Once again this week, there was high school sports excitement from every corner of the state. Let's see some of the best from this past week in David Holtzford's highlights. We open this week's highlights with Auburn hosting Opelika in girls flag football action. We pick up the action with Auburn quarterback Brooke Hallman throwing a touchdown pass to Tate Pearson to open the scoring on the night. Later in the first half, Auburn uses a little trickery when Soraya Daniels goes in motion, catches the snap, and tosses the ball to Christiana Ware, who then flips the ball back to Hallman, who slings it to Daniels, who's wide open for the touchdown. Daniels would have 84 yards receiving and several pass breakups as Auburn wins over the Bulldogs 15-7. We drop in on New Hope and North Jackson, Class 4A volleyball action in North Alabama. New Hope's Evie Billar stood out at the net with 19 kills, pushing her past 400 kills on the season. Billar does a great job hitting the ball where the defense isn't and delivering powerful strikes impossible to be returned. McKinley Keel added 16 kills for the Lady Indians, and Haley Parker added 9 digs to help New Hope win the match 3-0, improving to 23-9 on the season. We head next to Decatur to check out football action boys style with Class 7A Austin High School hosting 6A Gardendale. Tyler Nelson gets the visiting Rockets on the scoreboard first when he keeps on a quarterback read option and runs 16 yards for the score. Later in the first half, De'Air Young connects with Lenarian Wynn in the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown, giving Austin a 10-7 lead. Gavin Fuqua then scores on the 5-yard run, a score that proves to be the difference as Coach Jimmy Perkins' Black Bears win 17-10. Moving down I-65 to Clanton, we find Chilton County's Class 6A Tigers hosting 5A Tallassee Tigers in a Central Alabama mashup. With Chilton County leading 7-0, DeMarcus Riddick finds the seam in Tallassee's punt coverage and speeds 47 yards on this punt return for another Clanton touchdown. Tallassee would storm back, however, with Joshua Griffin intercepting Cannon Miller's pass in the red zone, taking it back for a touchdown to cut the lead to 14-7. Tallassee's Cade Everson steps up to tie the game with this stunning 84-yard touchdown run to tie the game at 14-14. Moving to the fourth quarter, Chilton County is trailing 21-14 when quarterback Cannon Miller finds Jacoby Worthy for a 19-yard touchdown with just under 2 minutes left. And Castillo ties the game at 21-21 with the point after the kick. In overtime, Castillo delivers again with a game-winning 25-yard field goal on third down. The Tigers then seal the win when Riddick intercepts the Tallassee pass in the end zone as Chilton County walks away with a 24-21 overtime victory. We go next to Mobile, where Faith Academy is hosting St. Paul's Episcopal in search of the school's first victory over the Saints in the 14th meeting between the two. Faith quarterback Jarrett Daughtry made it simple, connecting on 15 of 16 passes just 1 week after going 11 for 11. He threw for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns Friday night, including this touchdown to Tynean Goodwill, followed by a 60-yard touchdown to Tyrell Dodson. E.J. King added 99 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns on 4 carries as the Rams won 34-7, breaking the Saints' domination at 13 games. Class 3A Mars Hill Bible traveled to Class 5A Russellville in what turned out to be one of the top games of the week. Trailing early 7-0, Mars Hill's Damian Thompson fields this kickoff at the Panthers' 10-yard line, gets a couple of key blocks, and breaks free for a 90-yard kickoff return and game-tying touchdown. The excitement continued with great plays from Russellville. First, this one by T.J. King, who catches a quick pass and turns on the afterburners to score. And fellow receiver Randall Johnson follows with this juggling act as he runs down the field, refusing to lose the ball or be tackled on his way to this touchdown, giving the Tigers the lead. The final heroics comes from Mars Hill backup quarterback Aiden Kennedy. He stepped in for injured starter Griffin Hansen during the second half and leads the Panthers down the field, completing 3 passes for 33 yards, capped off by this lob into the end zone to Damian Thompson for the game-tying touchdown pass. Mars Hill kicks the extra point and escapes with a 31-30 win. Next, we show you an exciting matchup in North Alabama as Central Florence hosted Westminster Christian. The game had a combined 139 points, 1,236 yards of total offense, and a state record of 67 first downs, with 57 points combined scored in the fourth quarter. Phew! Let's check out the final 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, edited down to 2 minutes of live action, capped by the game-winning catch on a tipped ball by Central's Drake Dorsett, as the host escaped with a shocking 70-69 win over Westminster Christian. We thank Carl Mush and Jimmy Lay from the Live Wildcat YouTube channel for submitting this highlight. We close out this week's highlights with commentary and video from last week's AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week between Calhoun County powerhouses Anniston and Piedmont, hosted by Mickey Shadricks and Rick Rhodes.
And a thriller at the Field of Champions tonight. The Anniston Bulldogs built a huge lead, only to see Piedmont come back, only to see Anniston hold on, get the big interception here. And Anniston holds on to win this one tonight, 30-28, to improve to 6-0 on the season. Mickey Shadricks along with Coach Rick Rhodes. Boy, you talk about wild swings in this one. 14-7 game at halftime. Anniston wins the third quarter, 16-0. Piedmont wins the fourth quarter, 21-0. Anniston wins the game.
Well, I mean, it was a shootout. I mean, you know, we had records, we had great plays, exciting moments, about everything you want in a football game, and you kind of see the ebb and flow right here. Piedmont started out like gangbusters. Anniston came back, took control of the game, thought maybe it might go the other way. There's the tying score right there. But Piedmont came roaring back, but in the end, really, Anniston made a couple more plays. This is a big play in the game right here. Remember that number 6. You might see that again sometime tonight. and Anniston will take advantage of the post route right here. Beautifully thrown, great route. And it looked like Anniston was going to run out of the back end of the stadium, but there's the 2-point play that took it to 30-7, I think.
This took it to 14-7 at half, and then we head to the second half, and then Anniston really got it going in that third quarter. And this was a big play here. Is the strip.
And guess who?
Yep, number 6. Anniston had some big takeaways, and they took advantage when they had them. Taylor here, right after the takeaway, he takes it to the house.
Yeah, right up the chute behind that big offensive line that had such a great game right here. And now some razzle-dazzle with the deep crossing route that's hit for a big gain. It's going to set up some more action.
Sandlin had 2 passing touchdowns and then a rushing touchdown. Big gain for the Anniston quarterback. Again, Anniston dominated the third quarter. An incredible play here on the 2-point play. Taylor pitched it back to Sandlin, who wound up getting it in for the 2-point conversion.
But Piedmont will answer.
Raleigh Pinto, the freshman receiver, really was the go-to guy for Jack Hayes in that fourth quarter as Hayes and Piedmont came to life, Coach. Again, outscoring Anniston 21-0 in that fourth quarter. Pinto with a touchdown catch here. And then this was a big turnover here as Piedmont took it away from Anniston.
Yes, it was right here. The ball out a little bit loose, and Piedmont comes up with it. And of course, this will, correct me if I'm wrong, Mickey, I think this either ties or breaks the record for touchdown passes. More importantly, it gives Piedmont fighting chance. This scramble on first down will set up another play, and here we go again.
There's that man Pinto. Nice adjustment.
And just a beautiful throw here on the corner route. Leads it perfectly, and we got ourselves a football game.
This touchdown catch and the 2-point conversion pulled Piedmont to within 2. It was anybody's game at this point. They come up with a big stop there, and they get it back. But you mentioned number 6, and Coach, he shows up again right here.
Yeah, just what you want a safety to do, patrol the middle of that field, and his really 3rd turnover of the game that he was responsible for, and just a great job by that young man. And in the end, just a little bit too much Anniston type Bulldog, and they come up with a two-point win.
All right, we're joined now down on the field by Anniston head coach Rico White. Coach, first off, congratulations on the win tonight. What a game! And this, there's no region things at stake here tonight. This is just 2 Calhoun County teams, 2 top 10 teams coming into this week. Hadn't played in decades, and you come in here against a team that's won the 3A state championship 4 out of the last 7 years. Your team really looked good tonight. You're off to a great start. Again, a lot of ebb and flows in this game. I just got to get your overall thoughts about your team's win here tonight.
Man, first, God get all the glory. My team played well, but like I said, the second half with that big lead, sometimes teams get relaxed and adversity set in, and we still fought to the end, but we can't keep doing that. It's not safe.
Coach, tell me a little bit about Jaden Dobbins. He had those 2 big interceptions, one to set up a score and one to kind of save the bacon, so to speak. Guys, it looked like he was all over the field.
Yes, I tell you what, you expect that from guys like him. He's an explosive player. He's a leader, and someone had to make a play. He stepped up and did it. I'm glad he did, but we expect those kind of things from those type of players.
Coach, kind of a big picture question here. Your team is off to a really good start. Now you're 6-0. You're ranked in the top 10. We mentioned at the beginning of our telecast how the way you've started this year is kind of bringing back some memories of the old glory days of Anniston football. Talk about what's been key for you since coming to Anniston and getting this program where it is right now.
I think the biggest thing is setting a good foundation and a standard. And this off season, working hard every day, it carries over. Those hard summer days and pushing each other, pushing the coaches. I mean, it's work. So it paid off tonight, and that's what we work for.
Well, Coach, it doesn't get any easier next week, does it?
No, we got Hanley coming to town. Yeah. I'm going to try to sleep for about 2 hours, and then I'll get on them.
Well, Coach, thanks a lot for joining us. And, again, congratulations on the win, and good luck next week against another tough team.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
On Season 5 of Fansville, college football is back, and it's total chaos.
The conference lines are being redrawn, and Fansville's being ripped apart.
And nothing...
Sorry, Logan, you live in tech country now.
But I hate tech!
...will ever be the same.
Schools are changing conferences! Players are changing schools! What happened to tradition?
So hold on to your Dr. Pepper.
That's called an off tackle. That's where the running back runs.
I know what it is! Did you just fansplain me?
I'm sorry. I was out of bounds. That's where a player steps back.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you
can prevent wildfire.